to go and be the policeman of the world. Again, John, we're now up to 19 trillion in debt. We don't know what we're doing. We're getting clobbered by everybody. We don't have victories anymore. You know what? I'm all for helping the Ukrainians, but we shouldn't be the lead. The European countries should be the lead. I'll tell you how I feel about Ukraine. I think Ukraine's a wonderful place. I think that I've been there and I think it's great. But Germany and all these countries should be doing something. Why is it always us? What do we have to do with Ukraine? It's wonderful. We have NATO. We're going to work with them. But why isn't Germany? They're massively wealthy. They're sending us a Mercedes-Benz a second, okay? Why isn't Germany, this great economic behemoth, why aren't they saying, why is it always the United States that has to go and be the policeman of the world? Again, John, we're now up to 19 trillion in debt. We don't know what we're doing. We're getting clobbered by everybody. We don't have victories anymore. You know what? I'm all for helping the Ukrainians, but we shouldn't be the lead. The European countries should be the lead. I'll tell you how I feel.
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rekakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone, rule web, and a great example to the young brothers of the truth. Feel like peace and blessing to the hopefully Lord willing is edifying, quick, straight to the point. And I'm going to title this, listen, I'll tell you why Donald J. Trump. That's what I'm going to title it. But let's get straight into it. And Lord willing is edifying. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, and verse. I get straight to I read it. Because all I got is 2 precepts. It ain't going to be long. 2 and 1. It say, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and watch to see what he shall say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord said unto me, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon the table, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. And the man on the watchtower is who? The elect of the nation of Israel, start with 144,000 first and foremost. The prophets, the men of the Lord, the servants of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. They up on that watch and they're telling the vision now, that was wrote thousands of years ago. It say, behold, his soul which is lifted up in him is not upright in him. And whose soul is lifted up in him? Esau, Edom. But it's not upright, It's lifted up, but it's not upright, because this man is the wicked. But the just shall live by faith. Who is the just? The Israelites, first and foremost, the elect of the nation of Israel. That's that just that's going to live by faith, because faith is a gift that was given to the elect, So 2/3 of our people, they not the just. They not going to live by faith, Verse 5, it says, yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. And the one precept, because these Americans are proud as hell. The one precept, the pride is hateful before man and God, roughly paraphrasing that precept. And that's what's gonna lead to these allies of America turning against them and shooting at her, man. We're gonna get that too. It say neither keepeth at home who enlarges his desires as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. And that's what ultimately the elite are gonna try to do, But that's what America, the same vibration America put off, because they don't try to join everybody to you be a part of the United States. They hide behind the guise of NATO. Join NATO, be a part of the NATO, and the EU, come with us, basically. That's what they hide behind. It's like it's a and that's what America's doing, you know. People wanna just like Taiwan. People wanna you know, why Russia attacked them folk? Why do it even matter to you? You're not over there. Hell, shit. That was once a part of Russia. That was once a part of the Soviet Union. And that's a threat to, people are not don't have a mindset of ruling, so they don't understand why Russia did what they did. They just looking at it like, looking at it like a fucking proud ass American, man. They ain't looking at it like, what if I was in these people's shoes? I got my arch enemy trying to join a neighboring uh, a neighboring city until they organization, you know. And if they join, then what? They can move their military right on my borders, their missiles and all these different things. Nah, I can't let that happen. Let me take them over so they won't even be in that mindset, you know. And that's what Russia did, invaded them. And we know it's all a scheme from the elite. The elite want these things going on, but it's all a plan. It's a plot. It's a scheme. It's a device, a wicked device. Verse 6, it says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe unto him who increaseth that which is not his? How long? To him that laid himself in thick clay, because he said something about we $19 trillion in debt, roughly, and you way more than that. You in the hundreds of trillions of dollars in debt, man. You know, and America has laid itself in thick clay, man. You know, America is in quicksand in a sticky situation that he cannot get out. You know, it's verse 7 say, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because men's blood, and for violence of the cities, and of all that dwell therein. Verse 9 it say, woe unto him that coveteth in evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Um, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. And that's pretty much the point. But I keep going to say, for the stones shall cry out of the walls, and the beams out of the timber shall answer it. Verse 12, it say, woe unto him that buildeth a town with blood. And that's how America was built, with blood, and establisheth a city with iniquity. And that's how this place was established. Behold, is it not the Lord of hosts, that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves in the very vanity? It say, for the earth shall be filled with the knowledge and the glory of the Lord, as the water covers the sea. And that's what's going on now, because it's a change of energy in the earth, man. It's a righteous shift of energy in the earth, man. Now you basically have Esau putting his agendas and his enchantments and his witchcraft out there, deceiving the people, and we pushing his word and pushing righteousness out. Esau pushing wickedness, and we pushing righteousness. And it's the righteousness is overwhelming the wickedness, man. You know, to the point where Esau getting uncomfortable. It's it's more more wickedness going on, but than righteous things. But at the end of the day, that vibration, is throwing Esau off, so he moving fast. And then the Lord pulling up with the chariots, doing all these different things, making this devil move faster because he realizing that he had but a short time. People waking up to his madness, you know. Even if people don't follow us, they still waking up. Nah, I ain't, listening to the white man. I ain't listening to the government. I ain't, you know, I ain't gonna bow down to it. That's off, you know. And my truth, that's off, so to speak. But that's the point on it. But America, America, is Rome all over again, and America is gonna be stretched out thin, and it's gonna fall. That's why they always first to, everything that's going on all around the world, besides worrying about what's going on at home. You know, they more focused on things that's going on outside of their borders than they don't keep it at home. You know. But let's get this. This the book of Revelation, chapter 17, and verse 3. I get there. Well, I started 17 on 1. It say, and there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, and I will shew thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, and say, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornications. And that's going to all these nations. And the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunken with the wine of her fornication. So he carried me away in the spirit unto the wilderness, and I saw a woman sitting upon a scarlet colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the beast is going into NATO, the EU, the revised Roman Empire. America is that chief city of the revised Roman Empire. America is Rome, so to speak, man. America is Rome, you know. And that beast system is, Germany and all these. Those are your vassal states and things of that nature. Trump trying to figure out why Germany and these other EU nations and NATO nations ain't running to the aid of Ukraine. It's because America is in control of those nations. America is pulling the strings, man. They're finna prove it. Because America, well, let's keep going. It say, and the woman, America is that woman, was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Yeah, the wickedness that go on in the earth is heavily pushed here in America, man. Verse 5, it say, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and the abominations of the earth. Yeah, and that mystery, Babylon the Great, that's talking about America. The mother of harlots and abominations of the earth that's the title for America, man. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will shew thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carrieth her, which have the 7 heads and 10 horns. Yeah, and that woman is going into America, and the beast is NATO and the EU. Verse 8, it say, the beast that thou sawest was and is not, and I'm going to jump, I'm going to jump because I ain't going to go into all that. I'm going to jump down to, um, I guess I jump to 12. It say, in the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power with the kings 1 hour with the beast. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. These shall make war with the Lamb. Yeah, America, NATO, and the EU. America is that woman though, and the beast is NATO and the EU. But America is sitting upon the beast. And if something is if you sitting upon the horse, you controlling the horse. You tell the horse, hope, goddamn, kick them spurs in him. He gonna run faster. If you tell him hold and pull up on that screen, he gonna stop. So America is that horse that's riding upon the beast, you know. And it's a lot to it. It's ultimately the beast is going to Esau power structure. The 7 heads, 10 horns, going to Esau power structure. Esau rulership. That beast is strictly the Edomite rulership. The heads wounded unto death and coming back. One of the eight head rising out of the set, roughly paraphrasing what was going on a little bit before. This ultimately talking about America coming into power, this Edomite power structure, man, this Edomite system. But let's keep going to say, these shall have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. There was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon and his angels, man. Who is the dragon? Esau Edom, so-called white man, and all his militaries. And also these other nations gonna join him, and they gonna be wiped the fuck out, man. For he is the Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. Lord willing, we are part of that number. That's why we do what we doing. Give diligence to make our calling and election sure. Verse 15 it say, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the horse sitteth were people and multitudes and nations and tongues. And yeah, because if you look around the earth, America got an embassy and military base pretty much on every continent, and down there every a continent, every country. America got hundreds of military bases scattered around the earth. You know why? Because that's that waters that the horse set up upon was all these different nations. It say, in the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, you know, Germany, one of them, France, Britain, you know, UK, whatever it is, or not Turkey, but those, Edomite nations. I think Belgium was, I don't know. It's a couple of them, It's 10, but now it's in the 20s, maybe 30s. Dealing with EU and NATO. You have way more than um 10 countries that are part of it. You know, Spain, Portugal, all those are part of it. Well, Spain and Portugal really the same thing, but all those are part of it, man. They're 10 horns. It say, in the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast are the allies of America. These shall hate the whore and make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh with fire, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. And that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna shoot at her, man. They're gonna join up with Russia, and every country is gonna shoot at America, man. Because America, everybody gonna just turn on America. Why? Because it say, for Yahweh have put it in their hearts to fulfill His will, and to agree, and to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the word of the Lord shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. And that great city, the hammer of the earth is America, Babylon, that great city. And that's why DJ Trump, man, Donald Trump. That's why, because America is Rome all over again. America is Babylon the Great, and America will be destroyed according to biblical prophecies, man. America will be destroyed. That's why America's first. That's why America gotta take responsibility for all these different things because America is the one riding upon the horse. Because if it was up to a lot of these other countries, they'll let Russia deal what the fuck they did, man. You know? But America wanna protect democracy and all this because that's what the elites using to set up this NWO, you know. They gotta have both sides, democracy, communist, socialism and all this other crazy shit. They gotta have different things. They gotta set in their confusion and make democracy look the best, man. You know. But that's pretty much the point. Lord Wilderness edifying. You Edomites are through, man. America through, Germany through, all this shit is through. The Leviathan is through, not Leviathan, the real Leviathan, but these Edomites, that Leviathan, the dragon with the 7 heads and 10 horns. All that shit is through, man. The Edomite system, Russia, Ukraine, all that shit is over with, man, because the Lord's finna get ready to come back and destroy these nations. With that, Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to end it, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, rule web, and great example to his young brothers in the truth. Peace and blessing to the whole elect. Shalom. Call me out, Shalom. Shalom.